Dear students, in the previous class we discussed the preamble of a constitution. In that we discussed a very essential part, that you know, the fundamental rights and fundamental duties. Dear children, today we are going to see your rights, that is your fundamental rights. Fundamental rights provide the social and political atmosphere which is necessary for the development of the personality of netizens or citizens. Fundamental. Today we are going to see fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are very essential. That is very essential for the personality development of a citizen. They are required for a person to lead a civilized life. In every society, it is required to lead a comfortable life, a civilized life in society. Fundamental rights. In the previous class, especially you studied even in the 8th standard also. Once again, let's go through fundamental rights. They are also essential for the success of democracy. See, India is a democratic republic country. For the success of democracy, you know that for the success of democracy, the participation of people is very, very essential. If they want to participate in the democracy, they should be given fundamental rights. They should be given with fundamental rights. They are essential for the success of democracy. Dear children, there were 7 fundamental rights mentioned in the 3rd part of our constitution. However, after the 44th amendment, the right to property has been abolished. See, amendment. After 44th amendment to the constitution, the right to property has been abolished. Now, how many fundamental rights are there? There were 7 fundamental rights mentioned in the 3rd part of our constitution. However, after 44th amendment, the right to property has been abolished. Now, there are 6 fundamental rights. There are 6 fundamental rights at present. Now, let's see one by one. Now, let us see right to equality. The first right to equality. Dear children, a beautiful right and very essential right, that is right to equality. If you trace the history, if you have gone through the French Revolution, the majority of the people were denied the equality right. That means right to equality. Because of that only so many revolutions occurred in this world. Slavery, servitude, which were prevailing in American continent and in African continent. If you go Greece and Roman Empire, the same thing happened. Here we need to mention people were denied right to equality. Servitude was prevailing. Then, you know, this right is very essential for the success of democracy. Right to equality is also very essential for the success of democracy. Under this, all citizens are equal. They are equal socially and economically before the law. See, there is no special recognition for rich. There is no special recognition for poor. All are equal. All are equal. All are equal before the law, and nobody is above the law. What? All are equal before the law, Nobody is above the law. All should get equal protection of the law, and none should be discriminated. None should be discriminated against on the basis of caste, religion, gender, place, creed, color. See, racial discrimination. The people were denied the rights on the ground of racial discrimination in Africa. That Nelson Mandela fought against this, and he spent 26 years in jail. At last, people got freedom, equality. See, we should not discriminate any people on the ground of caste, creed, color, religion, place of birth. This is the beautiful part of our constitution which we were given. That is right to equality. No citizen should be subjected to any restrictions with regard to access to shops, public restaurants, hotels, places of public entertainment, public places of worship. If you go 200, 300, 400 years, the untouchability, caste system were prevailing. Some untouchables were denied to enter the public places, public domains, and even temple. These were abolished through right to equality. Under this right, untouchability is an offense. Untouchability is an offense. The right has enabled every citizen to get an equal opportunity to join government service, whether he is lower caste, upper caste, middle class. There is no such barrier. If you are an Indian, you can get equal opportunity to join government service. This is right to equality, my dear children. You are given with this beautiful right. Now we are going to see the second right, that is right to freedom. Right to freedom. Freedom is very, very important. Without freedom, man cannot be a man. Man cannot be a man. He became an animal. Similar to, even animals enjoy the freedom. Freedom is very, very essential part of our life. It is similar to oxygen and water. Today, now we are going to see right to freedom. It is one of the important fundamental rights, right to freedom. Under this right, one who expresses his own opinion, to conduct meetings without arms. You can conduct a meeting without arms. Arms means weapons. To establish organization, you can establish an organization. To live anywhere in India, be a Keralite, you can live anywhere in India. Be a Kannadiga, you live anywhere in India. And to follow any profession and move around the country. Move around the country. No one can object you that you are Kannadiga, that you are Kerala, you are Malabari, you are Tamilian. There is no such barriers. You have freedom because you are an Indian. See, you are given such a wonderful right. That is right to freedom. You express your will. You can express your opinion. You can conduct meetings, but one condition, one clause is that without arms. You can establish an organization, but should not violate any principles of Constitution. But while you start any organization, you should not violate the fundamental rights of others. That's all. You can follow any profession. You can follow any profession. But while you following any profession, it should not confiscate others' fundamental rights. And move around the country. You can move around the country. It is a protective right also, and no one can be arrested without a proper reason. No one can arrest you without a proper reason. This is right to freedom. And then no state of law can snatch the life and freedom of a citizen. Here, state government cannot snatch, confiscate your freedom. This is right to freedom. Dear students, another important right, that is right against exploitation. See, the aim of this right is to prevent exploitation of women, exploitation of children, exploitation of the poor, and exploitation of the weaker section. Already I mentioned, the black people were denied to enter public domain in Africa. They were suppressed. They were exploited. They were ill-treated. They were cruelly ill-treated. Where? In Africa. Similar thing happened in our country also. To protect the women, to protect the children, to protect the poor, to protect the weaker section, the right against exploitation was given. Has been given in our constitution. Then begging, then Devadasi system, the practice of sati, immoral activities and forced labor have been prohibited through this. See, forcible begging. You know, some children were made to beg in front of temple. Beggary. Then another cruel system which was prevailing in northern part of Karnataka, that is Devadasi system. That was also cruel. Then practice of sati. You know, Raja Ram Mohan Rai fought against this sati system. This is also banned through right against exploitation. Then immoral activities and forced labor have been prohibited. Then very important thing is employment of children under 14 years of age in mining, industries and other dangerous occupation is punishable under law. Not only this, employing them in mild works like hotels, motels, restaurants are also punishable offense under this law. See, what a beautiful rights we were given with. And another one, another important fundamental right, the right to freedom of religion. Now we are going to see right to freedom of religion. Right to see, India is social, secular, democratic, republic country. Social, secular. That is clearly mentioned in our preamble. That is clearly mentioned in our preamble. Since India is a secular country, no religion has been given the status of national religion. That we were discussed in the previous class also. If you go Pakistan, Islam is the national religion. If you go Saudi Arabia, Islam is the national religion. But in India, no religion has been given the status of national religion. All religion are equal. All religion are equal. Citizen can accept any religion that their conscience and dictates, practice it and propagate it. See, no one can be forced to pay taxes for the management of religious institution. Use of religious places for political and other activities has been prohibited in the country. See, these are all the clauses given in right to freedom of religion. Citizen can accept any religion. You can follow any religion according to your conscience. According to your conscience dictates. You can practice and propagate it. See, this was the facility given in our constitution. This was the facility given in our fundamental rights. Okay, another important right, that is cultural and educational rights. Cultural and educational rights. All citizens of the country have their own language. In India, a number of languages are there. They can follow their own language, they can speak their own language. Here, all the citizens of the country have their own language, script and culture. It is the duty of the state to protect these languages, these culture, these food habits, these dress patterns. This right protects the interest of religious and linguistic minorities. There are so many religious minorities, you can see. Parsis, now their number is not more than 1 lakh. Parsis, they were migrated from Persia. Long back, so many years ago, they migrated to India. The religious minority, the other religious minority, they were given equal rights in our country. But these rights are denied in some other countries. Those who are not following the democracy, there you can see such minorities were suppressed, oppressed, brutally killed. And this right protects the interests of religious and linguistic minorities. No one can be denied admission in a government aided institution or institution run by minorities. See, these are all the important rights that we were discussed. Dear children, go through the textbook, write it properly. It is not only for 9th exam. Whenever you go to competitive examination, these rights are essential to learn. I hope you'll go through the video, you go through the textbook, read well. Sai Ram.